Hello, my friends. Hi, it's Miss Lacey, and I'm here with another story for you. Today's story is called This is the Tree We Planted. It's by Kate McMullan, and it's illustrated by Alison Friend. Look at this big, beautiful tree. It's so full of life. All of these children are all around it, just staring up in wonder. Look at that tree. On the back, I've got a picture of what the tree used to look like when it first started in their lives. That's when they planted it. All right, let's find out more about this tree, the tree they planted. Beautiful branches. This artist put in a lot of work. Okay, this is the tree. Look at that tree. Anyone can plant a tree. If you want to plant a tree, just go ahead and do it. Sometimes you can find some apple seeds or orange seeds inside your snack. Hold on to that and you can plant it. Sometimes you might go to a store and find a tree that's already been growing for a little bit, so it has a pretty good chance of staying alive wherever you put it. Just make sure that you check with the grown-ups before you put a tree in somewhere, because this is how tall the tree is in front of you, but underneath it's got roots. And those roots can start growing into your pipes, so you want to make sure that you're putting it someplace that won't cause problems. This is the tree. Ooh, it's getting taller. It's getting taller. This is the tree we planted. Now it's so strong looking, isn't it? That's such a good tree. Hey, there's a nest that rests in the tree we planted. Look at this nest. Do you see a clue about what kind of bird might have a nest there? These are bright blue eggs. They're small and blue. Do you know which bird has beautiful blue eggs? Yeah? And 1, 2, 3 eggs inside the nest that rests in the tree we planted. There's a closer look. Oh, aren't they lovely? This must be the robin. Yeah, the American robin makes these beautiful blue eggs that laid the eggs inside the nest that rests in the tree we planted. Oh, what a beautiful robin. The boy robins typically have bright colored chests, and the girls have slightly more muted brownish colors to help keep them safe while they're sitting on the nest. Look at that squirrel with the thrashing tail. Race by the robin. Oh, that robin's yelling. That laid the eggs inside the nest that rests in the tree we planted. All right, that squirrel is zooming by and is obviously not making this robin feel so safe. This robin is yelling. Yeah. Sometimes when birds are nesting, they can be pretty territorial. If you ever get dive bombed by a bird in the springtime when you're walking by someplace, you can probably guess that there's a nest nearby, and they're just worried that you're going to get too close to their babies. So if they're dive bombing you, walk away from that space, because they're just trying to help their babies. They don't know who you are. They don't know that you're not going to eat them. So give them the space they need. Yeah, nesting season doesn't last forever. Do you hear the kits? Oh, look at that. They squeak and wail, calling the squirrel with the thrashing tail that raced by the robin that laid the eggs inside the nest that rests in the tree we planted. All right, there's the kits and there's the robin. So there's 2 nests in this tree. 1, 2. This one has a bird. This nest is the squirrel nest. Yeah, squirrels need to find a safe place for their babies too. And this tree is perfect for it. I see a hawk with feathers pale, eyeing the kits that squeak and wail, calling the squirrel with the thrashing tail that raced by the robin that laid the eggs inside the nest that rests in the tree we planted. Uh-oh, danger. Yeah, this is a kind of a bird that eats other birds and small animals. So that hawk would love to nom nom on all of these friends. That's not safe. Uh-oh. These babies are hiding. That's smart. Stay inside. Stranger danger, right? Oh, here come some jays. That's these guys. These are blue jays. Here come some jays zooming over the trail, scaring the hawk with the feathers pale, that eyed the kits that squeak and wail, calling the squirrel with the thrashing tail, that raced by the robin that laid the eggs inside the nest that rests in the tree we planted. Good for them. Yeah, they got together as a group and they're scaring away the danger. If it was just one bird, it might have a hard time, but they got together as a team. Teamwork makes the dream work. They're working together to help keep their community safe. I spy a spider on silken sail, slide by the jays that zoomed over the trail, that scared the hawk with feathers pale, that eyed the kits that squeak and wail, calling the squirrel with a thrashing tail, that raced by the robin that laid the eggs inside the nest that rests in the tree we planted. Oh, there's a spider just living its life, having a great day. Beautiful spider. Yikes! That lizard with the leaf green scale ate the spider on silken sail. That slid past the jays that zoomed over the trail, that scared the hawk with feathers pale, that eyed the kits that squeak and wail, calling the squirrel with a thrashing tail, that raced by the robin that laid the eggs inside the nest that rests in the tree we planted. Oh dear. Oh, well, that's one nature friend down. We made a friend and they're gone. Yeah, sometimes we forget when we see some animals that they might be tasty treats for another animal. They're not out there trying to cause problems. They're just living their lives. They're trying to find their food and they're trying to hide from being food. When you see nature friends like spiders, you don't need to panic. Just leave them be. They're trying their best to take care of themselves and they're trying not to get eaten by other friends like this one. But yay for the lizard. Nom nom. Tasty treat for that guy. He's pretty happy. Look, a walking stick as thin as a rail. That's a type of bug that looks like a stick. That's how he defends himself. He looks like he's a piece of the tree, so that way other birds and things won't immediately see him and try to eat him. And here's a scarlet tanager eating a snail. Oh, somebody found another treat. A butterfly with wings so frail. Ooh, beautiful butterfly. A woodpecker pounding like hammer on nail. This woodpecker is just drilling apart this tree. Look at all these little holes. This woodpecker is looking for some yummy bugs that might be hiding in the bark of this tree. Listen, the owl from down in the dale. There's the owl. Calling, who planted the tree? We planted the tree. And what did we see? Do you remember what we saw? Oh, looks, we've seen some time pass by. This tree has grown and now it's fall. This tree is now colored red. All of the green has drained from the leaves. It's fall time now. These leaves are going to be dropping away. So we see the butterfly is no longer vibrant. It's getting dull in color. It's not going to be alive for much longer. And the kits, well, they're all grown. They're all wandering around. Yeah, it's time for everyone to be moving on. What did we see? We saw a nest, eggs, robin, squirrel, kits, hawk, jays, spider, lizard, walking stick, tanager, snail, butterfly, woodpecker, owl. So many things. You know, when we just go walking past trees, sometimes we just see trees. Oh, look, there's a tree. We don't really stop and think, who's living in that tree? When we chop down a tree to try and use it for something like wood to build a house or to grind it up and turn it into paper, we don't think about what we're taking away from all of our other nature friends who depended on that tree. This tree has become an important part of the lives of so many living beings. That's why it's so important that we not waste. We don't want to knock down trees for any silly reason. If you have paper, try not to waste it. If you want to make a coloring, try to use at least 3 colors and really think about what you're drawing. And if you need to dry your hands with a paper towel, just 1 paper towel should do. You don't need to get into that ritual where you pull 5 or 6, scrunch them up, throw them away, grab more. That's just wasting the poor tree that died to make those towels for you and the home that all of these animals had. So many lives are part of the tree. Part of the tree. All part of the tree we planted. These kids planted this tree and they've made life better for everyone around them. Not only is this a great spot for people to gather around, but all of these animals are now having a better life too, because we helped them, right? They helped their nature friends. Now we've got some fireflies and all kinds of things. Everyone is loving this tree. And look, now the tree has some babies so that more nature friends can be helped. What a lovely idea. And that's the end of that story. What a wonderful plan, isn't that? To put something in the earth that helps, not just taking from our planet, but giving back. And planting a tree is a really easy way that you can give back a little something. We use paper products and wooden products all the time. So why not give some back, huh? What a great idea. Oh, what a wonderful story. Thank you so much for sharing it with me. I guess I'll talk to you guys again next time, okay? Bye-bye.